The most starred new repo of the summer, over 83,000 stars in 6 weeks. It didn't come from Google, Microsoft, or OpenAI. It came from PewDiePie. Yeah, that PewDiePie. And if you open the issue tracker, the most upvoted issue says, I quote, "This is pure har." And another comment saying, "I'm literally scared to even run this on my machine." So I'm going to do it for you. And we're going to see what this even is. The project is Odysseus, and calling it another chat UI sort of undersells it. It's a self-hosted AI workspace that does apparently all of these things that are way too long for me to even read. While doing all this, it apparently survives between sessions, one app running on your machine. AGPL license, no cloud tier, no subscription. Every chat and email sits in a plain local data folder you can back up yourself. And the backstory explains everything. Last year, PewDiePie fell down the local AI rabbit hole probably harder than most of us. He built a 10 GPU rig with a modded 48GB 4090s 70 billion parameter models, and a homemade UI called ChatOS with a council of bots that voted on answers, until they started colluding against him. Odysseus is that system, rebuilt for the rest of us. He shipped on May 31st. 30,000 stars in 48 hours. We're going to see what this really is. If you enjoy coding tools that speed up your workflow, be sure to subscribe. We have videos coming out all the time. So let's run this, because on a Mac, it's genuinely one script. Clone, run Docker, and it sets everything up. When I grep, I'll get back a temporary password in the terminal, and it's served on port 7000. I can log in with admin and that password, and now we're looking at this monospaced red on dark terminal-styled interface. XDA called it weirdly great, while a Hacker News commenter called it atrocious. And honestly, that split tells us everything about this project. First stop is the cookbook. It scans this Mac, the chip, the unified memory, and tells me which local models will actually run here, then downloads and serves them through llama.cpp with a full metal acceleration. That one screen replaces an hour of digging around. I can drag the boxes around, which is cool, but the next interesting thing here is comparing models. One prompt, three local models side by side, blind testing. I can then enter my prompt, and when it's done, I can pick the winner before it reveals which model wrote that. This is the bot council. That's kind of cool. It's all built on a fast API app, 4 containers, Odysseus, ChromaDB for vector memory, a bundled Seer XNG search engine, and Nifty for push notifications. That bundle is why Deep Research, which I'll talk about in a minute, works with 0 paid APIs. It searches through its own Seer XNG, reads the sources, and streams back a cited report, all local. The memory is real. Tell it a fact today, ask tomorrow in a fresh session, it knows. The email client triages your actual inbox over IMAP and drafts replies. I didn't want to sync my email to this for obvious reasons, but it's built in. There is an integrated calendar where you can add things just like a normal calendar, but now the LLM can actually read it. I can actually go into deep research here, which I'm circling back to. I can ask it a question and it runs a multi-step agent loop. The best analogy I've got, self-hosted Claude Projects with an inbox stapled onto it. Now, one thing I want to be fair about, the agent loop, cookbook, the research pipeline are adapted with proper credit from OpenCode, LLM Fit, and Alibaba's deep research. This is just skilled assembly. It's not an invention from scratch, and honestly, it doesn't need to be. Which sets up the question Hacker News asked word for word. Why not just use Open WebUI? Totally fair. Open WebUI and LibreChat have years of maturity and actual version releases. Odysseus wins on vastness. Nobody else ships email calendar, scheduled agents, push notifications, and a hardware-aware model manager in one box. There's a licensing wrinkle too. Open WebUI's license won't let you remove its branding, which Hacker News pointed out isn't fully open source. Odysseus is plain AGPL. But if you want chat plus RAG and that's all you need, just take another tool. There's no argument there. Now, the part you actually need to hear, because I'm not pushing this project by any means, that top issue says WTF is going on here. It describes 800 merged pull requests of LLM slop, a 30,000 line CSS file, random inline JavaScript, and right now close to 900 PRs sit open, many written by AI, others submitted by fans. There are 0 tagged releases, 0. You're running a moving dev branch, unpinned dependencies, install it today, and tomorrow you get two different apps. The stars are partly fandom, obviously. The man has 110 million subscribers. But stars are not code review. And read the project's own threat model. The agent gets shell access, file access, and the ability to send email. Their words: treat it like an admin console. Never expose this to the internet. A Mac-specific catch in Docker: inference only runs CPU only because Docker on Mac OS can't touch the metal GPU. So my verdict is two verdicts. As a local playground, it's cool. As a production dependency, absolutely not. And it's fine to be both. But here's what the "it's just slop" crowd is missing. Over 300 people have contributed to this now. The community forced through a code owner's file, wrote a full architecture reform proposal that drew 100+ comments, and 2 days ago, the repo moved into its own GitHub org. This thing is messy, crowded, uneven, and more alive than almost any project I've seen in a while. So here's my takeaway. It's not about the code. The code is honestly the least important thing in that repo. What matters is that 110 million people just watch someone they say they trust say you can run your own AI on your own machine and own your own data. Self-hosting AI is going mainstream, but that doesn't always mean we should trust it. If you enjoy coding tips and tricks like this, be sure to subscribe to the Better Stack channel. We'll see you in another video.